We have been following all morning long. Muncie police now say a man is dead and several other people are in critical condition after a shooting during a large party on the city's south side. Witnesses say the gunfire broke out during a block party with around 100 people there. It happened near East Willard Street and South Hackley Street. That's where News 8's Amisha Ramsey is live right now. Amisha, what have you learned?
Yeah, well, good morning, Hannah. We're learning several different details here. The city of Muncie speaking out today, as we just learned. The Wish TV news team has done a lot to gather information, but we know that that one individual died is about 30 years old. We have to move a little bit at this point because the Muncie Police Department is moving through this area. But as I'm describing this, we did confirm through the city of Muncie that that individual who has passed away is 30 years old, which also matches what a woman told me that when I was at the Ball Memorial Hospital. She said that her daughter was injured, but she also told me that she knew of a man who died. And the way that she remembers that individual, she said they go back all the way to grade school. So a lot of people are hurting. I just want to read this really quickly off of what the Muncie Facebook has said. It says that we are heartbroken to learn that this terrible incident, and our deepest condolences go to the families of the young man who was killed and everyone who was injured. I want to also step out of this scene here just to show you what is happening, since what we're learning, there were shots rang out around 1 a.m. That's according to a witness who was here on site this morning that we spoke to earlier. But what you're looking at now is the area where this party was. It happened on a parking lot, according to witnesses. We see right now that there are some Muncie police officers here. They say that this area is secure, much different from what we learned earlier today, as the news crews were told to stay inside vehicles because it was considered to be active, but they've gotten this area under control. But we see a lot of debris. They were casing the area with shell casings from guns and many other things. But the witnesses that I spoke to here that were on site at this scene that we're looking at right now, they told me that they were dancing when they heard gunfire. And one of the individuals, he was with his girlfriend, and told me he actually even saw the gunshot fire coming out of the barrel of a gun. The young woman he was with told me that she was shaken up, very traumatized by what happened just earlier. You can actually hear the shakiness in her voice, but just out of confidentiality reasons, we're not going to show their face just for their own safety. They've asked us not to show that, but just listen to what she had to say when she explained how she had to dive on the ground and she received some lacerations to her forearm and her knee.
I was just really hanging out and just having a good time, and then it just kind of seemed like it just happened out of nowhere. Like it was kind of a surprise to everybody, and it was almost just like the situation that didn't need to be happened in that kind of environment. Like if it was a problem with people, it should have been happened somewhere else. We were there, and then we were just dancing, hanging out, and then you just see everybody just ducking down, screaming, and like I thought it was maybe like firecrackers going off. That's what it sounded like. It didn't even sound like gunshots, but it was like, it was just right there and really fast, and then everybody just took off, and I was like, oh yeah, no, it's time to go. And then I was running. I don't know what happened. I just ended up falling. I looked at him, and I just seen see it in his eyes, like he was like right there. And it's like, oh, it's time to go. It's time to go. And then
the eyewitness did tell us that they believe it.
Now, the young man she was with is her boyfriend, and he even described to me that one of his family members he came there with was shot. It was his brother. So the girlfriend and him rushed the brother to the hospital where he had received an injury to the arm and is currently being treated along with multiple people. At this time, again, this area is secured by the Muncie Police Department. We'll continue to get more updates as the day progresses. Continue to watch us online on our Facebook page and on WishTV.com just to stay updated on this developing information. We'll send it back to the studio. Reporting live, I'm Amisha Ramsey for Wish TV, WishTV.com, and like us on Facebook.
Amisha, and we're certainly working to get exact numbers on how many people were hurt, so we'll hopefully get that soon. If you hear anything, jump back in.